Welcome to the Scale Builders Guild. What is this show? It's What's on the Bench, live. Episode 87. It's one episode earlier than usual because I was on vacation and I literally didn't do anything. I came home from work today. I had set up this little guy on the Bamboo Labs X1 Carbon before I left from work or for work. Checked on it periodically throughout the day, and now we've got a cute little 18th scale Suga. It's another red moose. This one's on the Ascent 18 platform, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I need to take that Lexan body off of there. So without modifying it anyway, I decided to toss a Suga on there. This file is so great. It scales really nicely. I remembered it's like a 12.3-ish inch wheelbase because I built this for the SCX 10 Pro, and just scaling it by half made it the exact right size. So yeah, I've done a little preliminary sanding on it just to smooth out that carbon fiber print a little bit. Nice lightweight body. Not much to it really, as you can see. But yeah, nice rigid lightweight body, not much more heavy than the Lexan body that it's replacing it with. And I just tossed the stickers on there just for fun. Hopefully everybody's having a nice Thursday. I apologize for not having a recorded episode of this show. Mostly just because yeah, like I said, I was busy and I was away. Felt like a vacation, so I took one. But yeah, we're going to do sort of like a little Q&A tonight. So if you've got good questions or you want to see a particular build or you want to see something maybe with styrene, I know a couple of people were asking about some styrene construction tips. I might be able to do some of that. How's the weather? It's been trash. If I'm honest, total garbage. You know what? I'm going to make me a little bit bigger, I think, so I can see myself over the comments. There we go. Excellent. I like it. Any snow yet? No, but apparently we're going to get some tomorrow. What a wonderful Canadian April we're having. Excited for the carbon Sugas. Yes, me too, Teleguided. I know Tom's hard at work on those. And we should have some more information soon. I've got to work out the sticker sheets for those still and start thinking about taking some payments, which is great. Yeah, very exciting stuff. How did you and Josh link up? That's a great question, Alex. If we go back in time to, I want to say like 2015, 2016, maybe. I don't think I had been to Axial Fest at that point. Maybe I had. I don't think I had, actually. So 2015, probably. Josh came up to here to do a Parker-sponsored event. One of those, what do they call those? The G6s. It was at that event that he was there, and Nicole was there too because it was their honeymoon. They went to Niagara Falls. And they came to that event, and apparently Nicole seems to think that I asked Josh for an autograph, which is not true because I already knew who Josh was, and I would never have done that. So I think we just got to talking, and I don't know, something clicked, and we just kind of over the years have always sort of been sort of partners in crime on some projects. And I had done some stuff with Vanquish where I had done some photography for them, and I don't know, it just kind of, meshed. So there you go. And we hate each other to this day. Hey, first time watching a live stream. Well, welcome, Jay. Thanks for checking in. Jay Bird. Oh, yeah, I remember you. How are you? Really? I'm good. work is picking up. It's getting busier there, which is good. Yeah, it was a little slow start to the year, so happy to be getting some more work there. Josh Fowler, how much stronger is the carbon fiber over just normal PLA, and do you have any recommendations for printing carbon fiber reinforced on an Ender 3 V2? I can't help you with the Ender part of it. I went from a TiVo Tornado to a Prusa Mark III Plus, and now I'm on the Bamboo Labs X1 Carbon, so I can't help you there. In terms of strength, I wouldn't say it's any stronger than regular PLA, but it is substantially lighter, and I think that's why people like building with it. I especially like building with it because I really love the finish that it offers, because it is a rather smooth print and you don't have to do a lot of sanding. I mean, the Bamboo is already a pretty phenomenal printer, to say the very least, but this this is a really nice filament. It prints really nicely. I think it looks great. It doesn't require a lot more finishing, which is good. Once I get through some of these questions, I am going to do a little bit of styrene stuff to help create a new body mount for that. So now you're in the mini comp scene. Lol, JK. Yeah, definitely not. Still waiting for Matt to explain FUPA. I shan't be doing that. Show off that CUCV. That's my favorite truck. All right, I can do that. Let's get this guy out of the way for a moment. I'll plop him on the pile of other things. Here is the CUCV. There you go. That's all you get to see is the tail light. Zoom out. Way out. There we are. It looks a little greener on camera than it does here. Yeah, I'll do stuff with that in a minute. Do you use a filament dryer? I have a Sunlu filament dryer, but I basically just use it as, I don't really dry my filament. I keep it under vacuum seal for the most part. And if it's not, it's in the AMS, and that has a desiccant filter thingy in it. What is styrene slurry supposed to taste like? Burning. It's supposed to taste like burning. Holy, am I that far behind on questions already? Are you ever going to take a vacation and actually vacation from the internet? Negative. I love the internet. I missed out on the carbon suggestion, apparently being below the cutoff number, but still, carbon Suga. Below the cutoff number, but still didn't guarantee one. I think we capped it at 30. So if you're 30, you should be on the list. I would love some tips on polystyrene. I'm in the process of my first hard body, taking your advice about taking my time. Good. Have you also watched any of my how to build with styrene videos? Because those are pretty handy as well. I would definitely watch those. Have you guys seen the motor in here? It's got a motor and a full sort of like interior bits. It's not all of the bits, but we're getting there. I think it's coming along quite nicely. I'm pretty pleased with this truck, and patience on this one has been key. Also, every time I look at a CUCV, I realize I have to do something else. I've got to add some tow hooks just to the outside of these things for this brush guard. I will do that soon. Whereabouts in Toronto do you live? I'm from Buffalo and go to Mississauga a lot to see friends and family. And what is that hobby store not far from there? It's pretty large from what I heard. There's a couple. There is Great Hobbies there in Mississauga, and there's also Hobby, who's also in Mississauga. I'm right downtown Toronto. We got to see the Blazing Blazer at some point. I can definitely share that with you. One of the things I had to do for this was take off the whole belt assembly, all of these little bits. Otherwise, they wouldn't fit under the shroud that RC four-wheel drive created, which isn't a big deal. You wouldn't see them anyway, mostly. But I may figure out a way to get some of that back in there. Any thoughts on building a pre-runner rear-wheel drive truck? I might have some thoughts on that. Yeah. Give me a second here. Now, after the previous stream, I ended up tossing the rear fender that I had done because it sucked. According to everybody, it wasn't good. So I'll be redoing that. Yeah, you want to do a rear-wheel drive pre-runner, this would probably be my first suggestion. My second suggestion would be to go watch somebody else's videos. Double Clutch, for example, Double Clutch Productions. He does a lot of these, and they always look quite good. But this is a beams setup, a Proline beams with a 3D printed Ford Ranger. Freaking Ford Ranger. But this is on the Jackalope chassis from Scale Metal Supplies. I've hacked together the Proline beams to fit on here. It's not designed to fit, but it does. I've got lots of shocks on there, lots of 3D printed stuff. I'm using the Proline beams rear suspension, so it's rear trailing arms. That setup is there too. And then it's a Traxxas TRX4 portal delete axle that I've set up to actually still function as open or closed diff, just for handling, I guess. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, I would say something like that is probably a good way to do it. Suga looks great. Thank you, Jeremy. Totally scaled out nitro. That could be a thing for sure. I've seen that done before. It's not something I'm probably going to jump at. I like nitro. I don't love nitro. So, maybe at some point in the future I will. I still have to redesign those rear fenders. But I've got a lot of better ideas now. Some people from companies who actually make real fenders for these trucks pointed me in the right direction. So hopefully we'll figure that out. Picked up the Ascent 18, really impressed for $99. Yes, I think that price, Garrett, is going up soon to something like $119.99, which is still, I think, a pretty darn good deal. So yes, more work to be done on this thing, but it's going to be really cool when it's done. Hopefully this summer. Knowing me, it'll be like, I'll finish it and then it'll snow. Tends to be how things go around here. On a crawler, how much oil do you put in the shocks? I fill them up all the way, but it depends on what weight of oil you want to use. Blind Guy RC, thanks for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Hope you're well. How do you feel about PTG? Strong enough for bodies and bumpers? Yeah, if you go for a really high infill, I think it would probably be fine. It wouldn't be my first choice. I would go metal or injection molded, probably. I'm in the middle of my first hardbody painting and weathering project and been watching your old videos lately. Greetings from Finland. Hi, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate that. How's your brazen leaf sprung truck coming along? Mike, it's slow. It's here, but it's slow. And I'll tell you why. Because I keep getting distracted by other projects. I have a problem. And that problem is more projects. So I don't think anything has changed on this at all. Which is really disappointing for me. Hey, look, I have did I always have the winch installed? I must have. Yeah, I keep coming back to it and going, I got to get working on you. But then I don't. Yeah, I think I have to do some stuff. Obviously, some things need doing. Including changing the size of the wheel wells on the rear of the bed. The front's all kind of coming together. I made a tiny grill, but it's just sort of it was just sort of is that going to work if I shrink it? And then it looks terrible. So we'll be getting rid of that. Yeah. I don't really have anything to report on this. It's still a weird truck, and it needs help. But of course, Josh committed us to these other projects. So I have to kind of put this one on hold. And Brazen is sending me one of their C1 Pro leafer chassis so I can do my F-Toy that I'm doing. So that's got to come next. Will you do a leaf spring conversion on that truck? Which truck, Brandon? The CUCV already is a leaf sprung truck. If that's the one you're asking about. What orientation did you print the model in? For the Suga, it's a pre-sliced file, so it stops there, and then the grill is a separate piece. So each one was just like standing up on its own. And I use tree supports, so there's not a lot of wasted filament. Are you going to keep your Lexan free run up to 69 days this time? Hell no. There's no way I'm going to make it. Mostly because I've got a Max / clear body coming, and I want to do a cool livery on that one. Really pleased with you. Yeah, Jeremy, I saw that, and it looks fantastic. Check out his Instagram. It's @EaseRC. And it is very good. Very, very good. The internet loves you too. Oh, that's nice. I love you. Bye. Drift career progressing. I'm getting better at the drifting part, but only just. It's not easy. It's not easy to do this well. But I thoroughly enjoy it. I'm having an awesome time with drifting. I don't get to do it as often as I'd like either, but I've got, like, in terms of, like, for me, the car is set up exactly the way I like it. It works. It's predictable. And it's just super fun to go out there and kind of zen out and just do a bunch of laps, especially with something as goofball as a Volvo 240 turbo. It's not a turbo. It's got a 2JZ in it, which I guess has a turbo, doesn't it? I don't know. Turks and Jerks also has some good styrene finishing videos. Yes, Mike J, you're absolutely correct on that. You do really good work. Thanks. I found out the more you put in, the more you want it nice. Yeah, absolutely. Josh, thank you for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Have you ever tried a Holmes 380 in a 10 scale crawler? No, but I have a Holmes 380 in my something. Dippy. Dippy has the Holmes 380. I replaced all the electronics in the UTB-18 with Holmes stuff, and it crawls really nice and smooth. I don't know if I'd put it in a 10th scale crawler. I think the UTB-18 is sort of pushing the limits of that. But yeah, I think it's a good option. Any suggestions on quieting down the VS410 transmission? I have not noticed that one to be loud. If you want a loud transmission, I suggest you get the FCX10. Because that thing is noisy. Josh, thanks again for the super sticker. Much appreciated. We make it up to Bracebridge. I know Frank, I know there's a really great set of rocks up there somewhere. The guys keep telling me I got to make my way up there. I'm going to get up there this summer. Promise. Strictly Sideways Drift Track. Yes. That's another great place. And are they technically still in Mississauga? I guess so. Yeah. Another super sticker from Josh. Thank you very much. What are your thoughts on the Reefs 422 HD V2? I've got no complaints with Reefs whatsoever. I run a lot of their servos. I'm running one in the drift car, in fact. Let's take the body off so we can show that one. There's my little Y splitter for all of the electronics for the Mister. I'm running a 299 LP in here. The 422 V2 is great as well. I'm sure I've got that in a number of vehicles. I think most memorably, I think it's in the build-off SCX10 base camp build-off budget build. No, not budget build, but build-off car truck that we did. Why can't that line up? Oh, there we go. Love this car. Could a Fordyce or Phoenix actually place in a competition with minimal upgrades? I don't think anything off the shelf, unless driven by an absolute professional, could podium on a comp. It depends on the level of comp, like on a Sorka level comp or one where there's a lot of pro level drivers. Probably not. Most of the things out there are pretty purpose built. I think it's a good starting platform, especially if you're going to use the transmission in some way. Yeah, I don't think straight out of the box you'd see any of those really peaking at the top end of the levels. Not going to answer that one. Can we see your brazen mullet? That's what was just here. So hopefully you saw that, and that was prior to me doing that. Full send or scale speed. I guess that was for the pre-runner. Probably just scale speed. Do you ever take your kart RC when you practice racing? No, I don't. There's no place to drive it there. 80s Porsche guy called. He wants his clothes back. That was yesterday's stream, Ryan. Yesterday. Turbo Row, having a great week. Thank you very much. From Puerto Rico, hello. Quick question. What's the best way to make my first RC crawler a bit more scale? Add an interior. That's where I would start. Whether it be a styrene interior or even just a simple Lexan one. Some 3D printed items maybe to kind of complement all of that. That's where I would start. IFS2 handles way better. Yeah, but that's beams. I know that it handles better, but beams, man, beams. What are your thoughts, and will you ever build an RC everyday shop truck? I think it looks nice. It's not really my vibe. I don't have a scale garage per se. I don't have one at all. I had one very early on. But it's not really ever been my thing, and I kind of want my trucks to be, or cars to be, slightly more functional in some way. And I get that it is functional, it drives, but I don't have much. I have a lowrider here that I've never really used outside of hacking it up. So if that sort of answers that question, I think RC Everyday has done a great job on that, and they look really cool, and it looks like an easy kit to put together. But it's just not really my stuff. It's not my thing. It's not my thing, and that's okay. It's not for everybody. Any suggestions on mounting scale accessories to a Phoenix rear cage? Going to a scale event and we'll need a number of accessories on the vehicle. Last time I had them in my pocket. That's one way to do it. Shoe goo is a good way to, semi-permanently affix things, and it usually will hang on in a rollover. Zip ties is your friend, though, I think, in that case. If they have to be on the vehicle, that's what I would do. You're going to review the Unicorn SR7. I would love to. I'll have to see about getting one. I like the large scale fast stuff, so we'll see about that. It's got that squat thing going on, the Carolina one. Do I make my own links? Yes, when necessary, I do. I either use 3/16 threaded, 5/16 threaded rod. I used I don't know where it is. I use threaded rod and Traxxas rod ends, and then I sheath it in brake line. It usually looks pretty clean. Otherwise, I do have a tap and die set, so I can actually add thread to an existing set of tubes or pipes or rods or whatever, and make my own that way too. I just got here because I thought Matt would be this late. Well, joke's on you, Phoenix. Hope you're well. Brazen mullet's been sitting for a few months. Oh, because of chemo. Well, I hope that everything goes okay with that, Mike. Thanks for checking in, man. Thinking about you. You need a scale yard to display all these slow-moving projects in. Yeah, like that Rust Valley Restorers. Yeah, I also need to get a questionable haircut. Oh man, I am so far behind. I apologize. Makeshift Motor, you missed your opportunity. Those stickers came and went, sold out in less than 24 hours this time. Sorry. Blind Guy RC, everything is great. Hope your trip was awesome. Currently catching up on last night's live as well. Finish after this. Wednesdays are busy. I just don't want to see Josh. I agree. Yes, Brandon. It is most definitely leaf sprung. It's a GCM C-Max. Yeah, original C-Max chassis. And it's awesome. How do you like the Slash Max? Max Slash. I like it a lot. I need more time with it in better weather. And it needs to be tuned a little bit. And yeah, I want to kind of customize it a little bit too. So there'll be a video series on that coming soon as well. Probably just one episode. 2J does have a turbo. Excellent. Very good. Any new plans for the Enduro 12? Yes, but I can't share any of those with you until next week when I can do a properly filmed video. But I will say that Ampro Engineering sent me a whole box full of really cool stuff specifically for that project. So you'll see more on that soon. So bought a Bamboo Labs P1S 4 days ago and have not stopped printing. That's great. Where do you get your body files and what material do you use? Bodies I generally get, there's Cults 3D and CG Trader. Those are the two kind of good stops for me. In terms of material, PLA, PTG every once in a while, PLA CF, and more recently ABS. Provided you've got an enclosure. P1S I think is the open one, or is that the P1P? Regardless, if you have an enclosure and it's not in a room in which you sleep, definitely start printing ABS. Yes, definitely will be there. Do you have any more fudge? No, Rebecca ate most of the fudge. Do you know the model memory? Not off the top of my head, but I think it's like 30. I think it's 30 models. Want to step up my painting. Is Cricut the answer for detailed masking? Yes. If you're doing Lexan, it'll definitely be helpful. If you're doing hard bodies, well, yeah, I guess it would work there too. I think you have to get the there's like a couple different varieties of vinyl in varying levels of adhesion. You want to get a low tack one so the things won't lift up all your precious paint underneath. Yes, stock electronics in the 18 for now. Oh, it's the best RC truck for viewing the eclipse on Monday. Well, if you're outside of the occlusion zone, I'd say any of them are going to be fine. Harlem, New York City RC. Thank you very much. Love the creativity and craftsmanship in this RC world. I appreciate that. Thank you. Have I printed nylon? No, I haven't. I don't even know what the nylon nomenclature would be. I'll have to look into that. Hugh Tracy, thank you very much, sir. Where could someone get templates to start styrene builds? Watched your videos and been through some of your forums. Had seen a template somewhere in the forums. Yeah, well, depending on the build, what I generally do is I just go on Google and I search for the blueprint of the vehicle that I'm trying to do. I find that blueprints work best when they're not very complex curved shapes, because it's difficult to sort of get that in, like a top down or side view. So last time I had good success with finding a Volvo C303, but I think you can do a pretty good job. I did an FJ60 that way as well. So it just kind of depends on what you're looking for and what type of complexity you're after. That's one way to do it with scratch built styrene. I haven't done that in ages because printing has gotten so good. But it's still a great technique and one that I definitely would recommend. But yeah, if you're looking for blueprints, it's best to just type that in and then scale them down in like Photoshop or GIMP to the size that you want them to be for the scale that you're working in. Yes. Recently picked up one of those Endura JKU hardbody Jeeps. What chassis should I get so I don't have to cut up the interior? Gosh, I don't know. I've never bought one of the Endura JKU bodies that had an interior. There's going to have to be some trimming unless you go with something like a Vanquish VS410. Because that tends to move the motor and transmission forward, and then it's just it has a kind of a scaled transmission shifter in the proper area. So that would probably be my best guess for that. Henry's RC Garage, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the SBG stickers. Got them the other day. Now what Lexan body can I modify? Do I have any of the new ones? I don't think I have any of the new ones here. But there were some good ones on there. Lexan Sucks, I think, was my special my words. The Lexan Sucks one was my favorite. That's what I was trying to say. Oh, very allergic today. I was petting the cat. Have you ever considered trying to use shocks as links? No, I have not. I don't think that would be a good idea. You want your links to be a fixed length. If you're using a shock, I think you'll find that things will get out of shape quickly. Hey, there's Thomas right there. Thomas is the man responsible for the carbon fiber Suga bodies, and he is a heck of a guy. Holy fudge nuggets. Live, what's on the bench? Got stuck at work an extra 2 hours and just got out of the shower and saw a notification. For this, as mac and cheese slithered down my throat. Oh, God. Thank you for checking in, Thomas. Never thought about using brake line. That's genius. I have a bunch in the bottom drawer of my toolbox. Yeah, it's a good way to sheath the threaded rod so you have a nice, smooth link. Looks pretty professional. For cotillon. Thank you. Now I have to look that up. What is cotillon? Cotillion. I gotta get my keyboard out here. Cotillion. Social dance, popular in 18th century Europe. All right. Well, thanks, Ryan. I appreciate you. Scottsdale withdrawals. That's what's causing the sniffles. Oh, dying over here. Honestly. You and Josh met at East Coast Scale Challenge 2013 or 2014. That's when we met the first time, but I didn't talk to him very much on that trip. I noticed that he was there to film the event for RC 4-wheel drive, and he wasn't filming it. I was like, hey, how come you're not filming? And he goes, oh, it's too dark in here. I was like, oh, okay. And then I made a video. Sorry, guys. Not sure if I missed it, but how did you wire the vapor machine? You didn't miss it, but I will share with you how I wired the vapor machine. So the vapor machine, most of you have probably already seen that in action on previous episodes. But what it is a little control board here, and it's got some capacitors and other things that do stuff. And it's got an output, power output here. And I wired that up to a servo connector, which then just splices into one of the open channels on my receiver. This particular model, when you get it, it looks like this. And it has an operating voltage of between 3 and 12 volts. And it has this little connector here. I just cut this off, got back to the positive and negative wires, spliced on my receiver connector, and plug in the piezoelectric disc, which is this little guy right here. It's hard to see, but it's got a bunch of laser engraved holes in the center of it. And yeah, then I just made this radiator with a water reservoir, and then I coated that with some what's it called, conformal coating, and then it just shoots out the front, filler on the top. That's it. Super easy. And I put the description of this board, of this electronic piece, in the last video, so you can copy and paste that into your Amazon and get your own, because I know you're going to. I know you're going to. Am I super behind? Oh God, 6 minutes behind. Oh my God. Ay ay ay. Oh, saw your Ascent 18 build progress. Free magnet mount files on Thingiverse from 24. Yep. Interesting. I will check that out. I'm going to screenshot that, because that's the age I'm at now. Boop. Great. Hugh Tracy, thanks again. Thank you, buddy. Bless you. You seized 8 minutes ago. I'm so behind. I'm so sorry. You haven't got your stickers. Well, that's okay. They are shipped regular mail from Canada. So depending on where you are, it may take a little while to get to you. If they don't show up after like another 2 weeks from now, message me and I'll get you another set, or I will refund your money. Last thing our drift track needs is more smoke. It's not smoke. It's water vapor. And I won't use it if I'm actually driving on the track, because I don't want to get water on the track. I wouldn't do that. How often do you have to fill up the reservoir? Not very often. It'll run for like 12 minutes continuously. TRX4M versus Red Cat Ascent 18. Which do you prefer? I'm not one for comparisons. I like that the Traxxas trucks come with hard bodies, first of all. I like that it's also a straight axle on the Traxxas truck. I don't think portals at this scale really make that big of a difference. In fact, if anything, it actually hampers performance, in my opinion. I think the electronics in the TRX4M are a little bit better quality than the ones that are in the Red Cat. That said, the upgrade paths are pretty equal, and the price on the Red Cat is certainly better, even after it gets out of its initial price. I think it's sort of a toss-up. I think you're going to have to say, well, which one appeals to me more? I'm not a comp guy, so I cannot comment on any of that, and I won't. Yes. You're going to be at the track this weekend? Potentially? Maybe? Possibly? Maybe. I'm going to go to the F1 exhibition that they have going on, because I want to see Romain Grosjean's car. Drift Volvo now with a real water reservoir in the radiator. Yes. Good evening. What magnets are mounted to the Volvo body? Where can we buy some? I like that plate style. Those are from 3 Racing. And they make a universal kit. Well, actually, I don't think it's universal. I think it's for the Sakura D5. But they are quite universal. They work really well. Where's Nicole to read the comments when you need her? Exactly. Thomas, thank you very much. McGruber, 6 minutes behind. Did you cut the windows out on your Camtech 3-wheeler or paint over them? Stand by. I shall go get it. Huzzah! Here we go. This is this is my Camtech. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Yes, I did cut out the windows for maximum aerodynamic drag. And then I replaced where I cut out with a piece of Lexan and Homer driving, because this is that car from Crazy Vaclav's Place of Automobiles. And all of the scratches on here are from Josh and Moose Jaw and Gunner, and who else was there that had one of these? There were Phoenix. Did Phoenix have one? I can't remember, but this is mine, and I absolutely love this stupid thing. So yeah, I would cut out the windows for sure, but not the back. There is no window back there. There you go. Love that thing. Did you ever figure out how you got to be so awesome? No, but thank you. I appreciate that. Have you tried the Cross RC NT4? No, I've never. You know what? I've never owned a cross vehicle. There's only one that really appeals to me. It's the 8x8 amphibious one. It's not you. We talk too much. How many upgrades can I buy for the $75 difference? That's a really good question. Probably a lot. I don't have any of the pricing on any of those upgrades handy, but I'll bet you get a lot for your dollar. Yay, all caught up. Hey, I am all caught up. Amazing. How did I manage that? Work of art on this. This was mainly just let's get her done and do something that I recognize from the real world. I had to paint Homer all by myself. I masked out parts of it, I think, to spray the black just so I had all the line work done. But the rest I had to paint by hand. Someone get him on a tangent so he falls behind again. You bastard. But through all of the bashing that this thing took, because the races with these are obviously, it's more about not allowing the other person to finish. As you can see from all the battle scars, it was really rock solid reliable. It's such a great little car. These are so much fun. I highly recommend picking one of these up. These are from Camtech, Kamtec. There's a couple of different body styles available in these banger cars. But as you can see underneath, it's three-wheel drive. It's three-wheelers, two-wheel drive. No diff, just direct drive from the motor. And yes, it still has the Satan motor. Look at how filthy it is. This is all California dirt. But yes, still has the Satan motor. And this weird ESC and stock servo. It's as basic as it gets. FRP chassis. It's just so darn simple, but I love it. The best. 2S only. Can we see where? Oh no. Well, you paid, so I'll go get that one too. Somebody was asking about the go-kart as well. Yes, I'm gonna save that one because I have to do a follow-up episode on that thing. So once the weather turns nice, I'll go run that and finish up that video. Okay, let me go get the Huna van. Stand by. There's also nobody to entertain you when I leave the room. get this guy out of the way. This thing is very unwieldy on the bench. Let me figure out the best way to share this one. And then we'll zoom out a bit. There. That's good enough for jazz. Thank you, RC Underdog. This is a TRX4 Sport with the Prairie Wolf body from Charisma. It's also got some Night Customs interior parts. Custom paint by Moi, including the paint on the tracks. That was fun to do. And the diff covers too. Yeah, this is a fun one. I like this van. I like vans. I don't think I'd ever use one as a crawler, but this was perfect for this purpose. I think it turned out pretty good. What is, Vanta Black. That's that mega black, darker than anything before it color. Is that what that is? Yeah. You could give it a try. I think it'd be expensive. Isn't that paint super expensive? It's okay, Matt. We were entertaining ourselves by making more messages for you to read, so you were further behind when you got back into the room. Oh, that's great. And the Hunavan wins. At least there are so many comments I missed. Holy cow. My wife also loves your RC content. She would like to make a formal request of more dog. Her words. I'm pretty sure that means she needs more of your dog. I think he's upstairs. Otherwise, I would get him in here. All right, you're in Canada. I'm looking for a nice metallic purple to spray a hard body. Tamiya doesn't sell anything. Yes, they do. Yes, they most certainly do. Do I have it, though? No. Okay, well, if you can find it in where you are, here's two options for you. These are both from On Point. It's like a candy purple, which needs to be backed. And then there's a metal purple violet metallic. That one also should be backed. But those are both from On Point. I bet you Traxxas has one of these in their stable. And I'm sure that Tamiya does a metallic purple. That would be very remiss if they didn't. I just don't know what it would be called. I don't know my PS paints off the top of my head for Tamiya. If your hard body 1 year, 8 month project fell off a 10-foot rock, do you leave the scratches or repaint the body? If it's not done yet, I repaint it. Definitely repaint and repair. At least there's no battery in it. I had a battery in something, but I took it out. I can't remember what it was. So glad I was able to steer the conversation to Camtech. You know what? I'll always talk about Camtech. I've got no problem with that whatsoever. If everyone that leaves California after a visit takes some dirt, will they no longer have landslides? Oh, boy. An empty room is still more entertaining than Josh. So rude. Makes sense you like vans with those glasses. Hey, you saw Robert Downey Jr. has the same glasses, so they can't be all that bad. Wait, is this better? Yeah, that's better. That's better. See, look. Same glasses. Should have painted the shock springs. No, these are blue. Nice try, Phoenix. They're not painted. They are that color. They're the blue ones. The King shocks from RC three-wheel drive. So there you go. Okay, that's the Hunavan. Smell you later. I won't be able to drive that again for a while until we get some snow. Tororo, thank you very much. Can you run the steam power Jeep for us? Just kidding. No, I shan't be doing that again. Go back and watch that other episode. Because that was a fun one. I really enjoyed firing that up again. Is the Suga body available anywhere? Yes, there is the full version available on CG Trader. It won't be this one. It won't be this specific one, because this one was built to be like a little comp body, so it's missing the front fenders, as you can see, obviously. Also, the rear fenders were tapered to work better with the wheelbase I was going for. What other differences would it have? That would probably be about it. This one's not available for purchase unless you buy the actual file and then talk to Josh and prove that you bought the original file. That's the only way we could do it. So if you're still interested after all of that, you can do that. Otherwise, that's it. Not to change the subject, but have you taken the Ascent Fusion for any more runs? Tomorrow will be my second, and was curious if you ran into any universal issues or link issues. I have not run it since weather took a turn and I was on vacation. So I'll get it out again soon, hopefully, and report back if I hear anything or feel anything. On Point is the same paint as Traxxas paints, right? Yes, but they don't. Traxxas doesn't stock all the colors that On Point has. Yeah, Tamiya Purple. I know it's PS18. There you go. Thank you, DC Johnson. Much appreciated. Dippy. I see a request for Dippy. He is awesome. I will go get Dippy and Shippy? Yeah, that's the original one. Oh, God. Dropping things. Stand by. I'll be right back. Hope there's a lot more comments to answer. All right. So Shippy was first, because Shippy is a recreation of a real existing VW Beetle. In memory of my brother Shippy, not my brother Shippy, but some guy's brother Shippy. This is the whole Ampro engineering conversion kit for the Sand Scorcher. So you get a full interior with dash, light up stuff, roll cage, a whole new floor that does away with the terrible suspension of the original. Better battery placement right underneath. This is all 3D printed. And I am so chuffed with mine. Motor on the back and everything. It's the best. And then to follow this guy up, I did Dippy, which is the UTB-18 conversion. And that one features the Knight Customs drift interior for the Unicorn. So the man's head turns when you turn the steering wheel. His hand turns the steering wheel as well. And this was built on the UTB-18 with the Spare Time Hobbies conversion kit. So you get rails. Actually makes it like a class 1 truck, which is pretty great. I would have to put the servo on the chassis, and there is a chassis mounted servo kit for this. I just haven't done it, but I I love these two so much. I want to do another one in another style, but with the same body, because I think that would be really fun. All right. I am so far behind now. Oh, the ones on the tracks. Yes, you're right. You're so right. Out of all your RCs, which one is your favorite? It's a toss-up between the Half Track and Loco Hawk, I think. Those two were both a labor of love. I was really pleased with what I was able to accomplish on those ones. So, yeah. What's the going price on a Suga body? For the kit, like for the body kit, the files, I don't recall. I honestly don't remember, but it's not much. I think it's like $35 or $45 or something. I think it's pretty cheap for the file. It's a good file too. As for the carbon fiber ones, those are not totally priced yet, and they're already all spoken for. So, can you put the new Traxxas boat and trailer on the bench? That won't be making an appearance today. This cable is driving me crazy. I can't look at that. There we go. Much better. Did you ever race the Pegasus? No, I didn't. Because you know what? I just decided that racing wasn't for me. So I'm looking to unload that at an upcoming swap meet. How many RCs do you have? I don't want to even try counting. But I'll count how many are in this room right now. Should we do a poll to see how many? Let's pop out the chat real quick here. And we'll do a poll. Need the keyboard. I'm so underprepared for making a poll just now. How many RCs in this room? More than 50? Less than 50. Start poll. Poll has been engaged. Can we see the carbon fiber Porsche? Yes. Hello, West Desert Wheeler, or Wes, or Dogan, as you are also known as. What am I getting out here? Carbon fiber Porsche. Yes. It doesn't have any tires or wheels on it right now, but I can share the body and chassis and everything with you. Here it is. Look at all these Beetles on the table. Get this guy out of the way. I have got legitimately too many things in here. You back over there. There it is. So most of you know this story. This was built for Colorado Comp last year between Josh and I. Josh basically designed everything, sent me the files, and I had to build it myself, except for the cage, which he did quite quickly and efficiently, which was really nice of him to do. But I built the body. I laid all the carbon fiber myself, and it's all still in one piece, believe it or not. Completely custom chassis, completely custom everything. This was the original slider for the VRD Carbon. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. I'm going to end this episode not too long from now. This is one of my pride and joys. I was so chuffed to build this. A lot of custom touches, like the motor is actually an official Porsche motor. Just doing a carbon fiber body was something that I had never ever tried, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's pretty amazing. Don't forget Sticky. Yes, that's right. Sticky is on the list too. Not painted the same as Dippy or Shippy. Sticky's out there somewhere. Also Shippy was the other. That was the boat. That's right. Dogan's in the house. I wonder if Matt's back is as squeaky as the chair he sits in. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Dippy is your favorite, eh? Tamara? I miss you too. This is how far away I am? Oh my God. Ay, ay, ay. I named my bugger Tippy in order of Dippy, Shippy, Sticky, and also Shippy. This was so much fun. I can't wait to get started on the build along for the next buggy that Josh designed up. That's going to be a really good one to do too. I'm probably not going to do carbon fiber on these next two builds. The sort of the pro modified or whatever they're calling those ones. But I am going to do some new techniques, which I'm really excited to try. It's something I've never done before, but I've seen done, and I'm like pretty stoked on that. So more to be revealed in the next couple months. Drifty is a great idea. That's really good. Ain't no laws when drinking claws. Ever check out the Camtex Sand Scorcher body? No, I haven't. I didn't know they made one. That would be kind of cool. Hey, all right, getting stickers right on. Half Track is the bee's knees. I really like that one too. Out of all your trucks, which one is your go-to for crawling when you're just out for fun? As in no video recording, just fun. I love that question. That's a great question. My go-to is currently, I think I've had this one out more than any other truck this year or last year, 2023. And that's the LS Post. Such an awesome truck. I love this thing so much. It performs so well, and it looks great while it does it too. This is a West-made vacuum-formed styrene body on a custom VS410 narrowed or like chopped chassis that I did. Scale Metal Supplies supplied front bumper for this one. And this truck, man, I love the look of it. I love the super short body, long overhang on the wheelbase. Like it crawls so well. It's just such an awesome truck. I love it so much. This one genuinely chuffs me. And it chuffs me mostly because Wes did this great paint job for me, which was unexpected. I expected it to show up just body in white or primer. And yeah, he did such a great job on this. I was really pleased that I made it all work on the VS410 as well, because that was not intentional. I'm not sure he really had a plan for any of that. So the fact that it works as well as it does and looks as good as it does while doing it is just, to me, it's really awesome. And so accurate too, right? Because any mail truck, the driver would be on the right-hand side so they could just fire the mail into the mailbox as they drove by. So yeah, a great truck. It's one of my all-time favorites. Jeff 13 Brew, thank you very much. I've seen a Sand Scorcher body mounted on a Secura drift chassis. If you want a trio, you can make a drifty. Yes, I think I might have to do that. That's a great idea. All right, we've got some big numbers coming in, so let's do that right now. Black Sheep RC, thank you very much. Even Matt, I'm late, my bad. No worries at all. Glad you just are here. Sounds like Tamra. All right, excellent. Good, got it right. Curry SCX-102 build from 2016 was one I was inspired by a lot. Oh, that was a cool one. Yeah, I like doing that one too. I actually had Casey Curry autograph that body at Axial Fest that year. That was really cool. Okay, in the room, let's end the poll here. Ending poll. What do we got? Less than 50 said 63%. Oh, okay. All right. Here we go. I'm going to count them in real time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. Holy cow, that's a lot. Yeah, 53. 54. I missed one. There's 54 in the room right now. So there you go. What window glue do you use but don't use? No, when I'm gluing windows that I should be gluing in for proper adhesion, I always don't use glue and glaze. That's what you should get. Deluxe Materials glue and glaze. It's a great bonding agent. My favorite Wednesday night stream. There's painty, cutty, squeaky, venty, wifey. Avoiding the count result in case your wife is watching. Oh, this is only in this room. There's probably at least that many more out there. Brandon loves that truck also. Interesting. Oh, no. Different Wes, not the same Wes. Wes Made and West Desert Wheeler are two different guys. Did you have a Viper body for an RC? I do. I have a Viper body. Well, it's the, what's that company? It's not Delta Plastics. It's the other one that makes all of the bodies for like the felonies and such. I have that one. And I have to paint that up this summer. Don't let me forget, because I bought a whole bunch of scorched parts for that car, so I can't sell it before I do all that stuff. Remind me. Shop truck builds, I covered that earlier. I think they're really cool. I think that RC Everyday did an amazing job on that kit. It's just not my scene, so I probably wouldn't build one. It's bigger on the inside, I guess. It's a small room. It just happens to hold a lot of stuff. How many of those can you not tell us about? Those are all in the other room too. I mean, none of them. I mean, don't worry about it. But how many run? All of them, Darwin. Every single one that I counted in here functions in some degree. He counted twice. No, that's all single count. 54 in that room, and he has more, yes. A lot of them, though, to be fair, are like micro size or mini, right? So I've got like, I'd say probably 12 of them are the tiny guys, the tiny boys, if you will. This little guy is really cute, though. He fits on the top of that. Yeah, I have a bunch of those. So, that's how the numbers get inflated. Bitty Designs. That's it. Thank you for the reminder. He'll see that in 10 minutes. Any unseen or rarely seen trucks you could show now? Yes. Probably. Let me see what I can find. I mean, this is fairly rare. I don't show it often on the channel. You've seen the Vanquish V Speed, right? Maybe here's my SCX-10-2 Unimog or UMG-10. This doesn't get shown off very often, but this is featuring a rear panel from the Scale Garage system, which looks really cool because I've crashed it a couple times, dented it and such, but it's got a lot of red earth on it. I think I drove this out at in Oakville at one of the Naturally RC events. And I quite like this one. Will that Viper body work on the Infraction too? I don't see why not. I think they intended it for the Felony, though, because it has the wider tires in the back, the larger tires in the back. I bet Matt has a Ripper 2 in the secret room. That's a fine amount. Totally normal, right? It's excessive. It's excessive. I do need to unload a few, I think. First time posting on your live stream. What do you do for work outside of RC? I'm a film editor. I work in advertising mostly, commercials, music videos, short format stuff, long format stuff, television. Do a little bit of everything, but mostly commercials. Functions. Does that include missing tires, motors, and or other electronics? No. Any update on the Range Rover? Negative. That's been sitting. I should really get back on that. Too bad they quit making that body. Oh, is it rare now? Should I not build it? I'm still going to build it. What else is rare that's in here? It's not rare, but it's just not shown very often. My friend Small Factory built this one. What is this? TF2? I think it's a TF2. Linked front, leafed rear with a Curry Vanquish axle under it. With a whatchamacallit, anti-wrap bar on there too. I really liked the Cherokee 6x6 that Richard did. Yes, that's a great truck as well. I gave it back to him so he could build it. I think he's still working on that because he needs a 6x6 to make it work. Any future plans for your Traxxas Raptor R? Just bash it, baby. That's all I'm going to do. That's a good truck for bashing. I think I'm going to answer some more comments, and I think we're going to kind of wrap this one up for tonight. This has been a really fun Q&A. SCX6, very fun truck. Highly recommend. Show us your Ripper. No. I put it away wet just to prove that I use it. It's still got mud on it. Ew, mud. Yeah, there's my Ripper. Is that a leaf? Big old leaf. I drove it in the fall. Number 16, Ripper number 16, but it came much later than that. I stole the number. Some custom touches, of course. It's got some shock reservoirs that I designed on the back there. And also a full interior from Scale Built. It uses the bomber interior, but then the dashboard is a replacement piece from Scale Built. And it's got a bunch of lights and fancy RPM gauges and stuff that actually works. Yeah, otherwise, it's pretty much a standard, just a run-of-the-mill standard Ripper. Thank you, David. I'll check that later. And I'm always interested in shipping. Matt films porn. CUCV was earlier in the show. Go back and check that out. Really awesome live chat. I speak for everyone. Thank you for the what? Love the Radio Master. I need to spend more time fiddling with it because it's so deep, and I haven't had a lot of time to focus any attention on it. Drifting is going well. I'm loving it. Black Sheep RC, thank you very much. We need to link up. I need a marketer. Well, I have applied for a marketing position at Vanquish, provided they want me to do it remotely, which they don't. I love this truck. I need to drive that one more. I do have some dents on it though. There's some good dents in this. I don't remember where they are. Oh, here it is. There's one right there. I thought you built a 1/8 shippy. Nope, not that size. Westmade. West Braswell. Westmade on Instagram. Is that the RC 4-wheel drive Ascender bumper? Put one of those on my TRX Ascender bumper? It might be. It might be. Thought about doing a leaf spring reel using Twisted Fabco setup. Yes. Twisted Fabco and I are in talks right now about doing something. It's probably not like I wouldn't say it's a collab in any sense, but he's doing a VS410, or he's experimenting with the VS410, and that's something that I'm really interested in. So hopefully that will come soon. Yes. Okay. I'm going to have to skip some of these things. Go back and check out the CUCV earlier in this episode, earlier in the live stream. I didn't do the Wrigley's gum, but I did do, what kind of gum did I do? 5 or extra? It might be one of those two. I can't remember. What shocks and ripper? These are just the original incisions. I'll switch to SC8Es in a little bit. And I think that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much to everybody for participating tonight and watching and doing some fun Q&A. This was really cool. I meant to do some styrene work, but we just didn't get to it. And it's already sort of late and I'm tired. So we're going to wrap this one up. But thank you to Blind Guy RC, Josh, Hugh Tracy, Henry's RC Garage, Pilot Ryan Media, Hugh Tracy, Thomas Bialzik, RC Underdog, Turbo Row, Jeff 13 Brew, Black Sheep RC. Thank you very much. And yes, please do hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I do this show weekly, so not live all the time, but next week will be a good one. I promise you that. I've got a lot of things to catch up on. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you again next week. And I love you. Goodbye.